After blocking their path, the mysterious enemy raised his hand and summoned an undead army. Countless skeletons surged forward. Some were ordinary foot soldiers, others were mages, and even massive skeletal dragons spread their wings among them. The undead mages began chanting, releasing eerie, dark spells, while the combat skeletons charged head-on at Sect Leader and Woody. Woody stepped forward first. He raised his hand calmly, and the barrage of magic attacks shattered against his palm like dust in the wind. So many undead soldiers, a good number of them have reached the level of martial kings, and even martial grandmaster. A pity they're just undead. No brains, they have the energy, but their combat power is pathetic. 7 mystic light beams. Boom. Human. You are quite impressive. Surrender to me. I shall grant you eternal, undying life. Huh. What's going on? Why is the height off by a section? I clearly calculated the number of undead I summoned. Immortality? That's a pretty cheap bait. Where I come from, immortality is just the standard package. You really know how to talk big. It seems this king can only use his sword to persuade you. He swung his sword at Woody, but the attack went wide. He assumed Woody had dodged, but the real reason was far stranger. Unbeknownst to him, the sect leader was using a vacuum cleaner on the horde below. Since he was standing on a bridge formed by those same undead, it shrank beneath him, throwing off his aim completely. Fast enough to dodge, I see. With your arrogant demeanor, I thought you would take that sword strike head-on. Guess what? I didn't move an inch. But you... Haven't you noticed you're falling? What's happening? My undead are vanishing at an alarming rate. The sect leader completely cleaned up the undead with his vacuum cleaner, lowering him until he reached the ground. Here, lift your foot. This is all that's left. Oh. Who are you? Where did my legion of the undead go? You and I should have gone our separate ways, been good, been bad. I am the man known as the bane of all evil, Jun Jade-faced sweeper Chang Shao. I'm not here for anything important, just... Danger, danger. This child must not be allowed to live. Huh. Your cultivation is low. You're only able to suppress this king because of that demonic magical artifact. However, with your cultivation level, you can't possibly use that artifact without limits, but this king's undead army is boundless. Victory will ultimately belong to this king. Third gear. Nice, I don't have to draw this armor anymore. Unforgivable, unforgivable. Awaken, all of you, my undead legion. Each of my bone dragons possesses Xian rank strength. More than enough to completely overwhelm you. Alright. Then I'll have to get serious too. With a serious look on his face, he switches to boost mode. The sect leader switched his vacuum treasure to boost mode. In an instant, the entire undead army that had been summoned was sucked away without leaving a trace. Skeletons, mage types, beast types, everything vanished in the blink of an eye, leaving the battlefield clean and silent. Phew. This boost mode costs several hundred contribution points per second. I have to turn it off as soon as I'm done. The landlord's reserves are running low too. I only have a few tens of thousands left. Sect leader, you had a divine artifact like this. Why didn't you take it out earlier? This vacuum cleaner is a bit too specialized. If the opponent doesn't have the evil attribute, it's completely useless. Useless? Like this shameless king of the undead? TSK, what have I taught you? You must respect your enemies. How can you call a piece of trash right to its face? Too much bullying of the undead. This king will sacrifice his life to take you all down with me. Awaken, the darkest, most ancient true god. Sigh, right now I can only afford to turn on boost mode, which is just enough to take down martial saint-level evil beings, but it's still good enough to shut up a martial sovereign-level opponent. We've taken out so many enemies. Our territory should expand quite a bit, right? Let's hurry back and inform Qingyang. Phase 1 of the planar battlefield construction project can now begin. So that's a martial sovereign? I heard our Starfall continent hasn't produced one of those things in thousands of years. I have to get Sun Bukom to draw a picture of me with it. Li Fei called Sun Bukong over and had him draw a portrait of himself standing alongside the undead king. Sect Leader, the current area of the planar battlefield is only 4,000 square meters. This is the blueprint for Phase 1. As for the XLL-sized dungeon you proposed, firstly, there isn't enough space. Secondly, he belongs to another continent, making it completely impossible for him to enter our sphere of influence. If we can't set up a long-term formation to control this martial sovereign, he'll break free sooner or later. After all, the modified vacuum cleaner's capacity has its limits. The vacuum cleaner should still have about half its space left, but this martial sovereign is recovering every second. The vacuum has to keep absorbing his power just to control him. But this guy is already undead. He's dead, so how can we kill him again? Even Woody can't completely eliminate him right now. For now, we can only take it one step at a time. For the Starfall continent to have just arrived on the planar battlefield and already expanded their territory to this scale. Every inch of territory is bought with an inch of blood. How many experts did they kill? They just got lucky. The Starfall continent only has one heaven rank expert. But he is indeed strong. He actually took down 2 heaven rank experts from the Azer continent. To be precise, he only killed one. The other, the Undead King, was just trapped. However, the Undead King's massive army of the dead was completely wiped out, which is why it contributed such a large amount of territory to the Starfall continent. Those 2 from the Azer continent were quite decent among heaven rank experts. To fight 2 of them at once, the Starfall continent's heaven rank expert must be seriously injured right now. The Starfall continent must be all bark and no bite at the moment. That's why they suddenly teleported so many yellow rank experts over. I just screened them carefully. Aside from the one with long hair who's barely touching the threshold of the Earth rank, the rest are all cannon fodder. Therefore, now is the best time to take down the Starfall continent. Everyone who comes to the planar battlefield must walk out of their territory and wait for an hour before they can return. We can use that time to capture all these pathetic yellow ranks. This fat sheep is ours for the taking. Huh! That idiot sitting by the gate, why is his combat power only 5? How could someone with that level of combat power even enter the planar battlefield? The instrument must be malfunctioning again. Hurry back and inform the Great King. I heard that experts from several other nearby continents are also gathering here, probably with the same idea. After all, the reward for completely destroying a continent is incredibly bountiful. You're the real idiots. Ding! Congratulations, host, for achieving the planar battlefield achievement, a little famous. You have been specially rewarded with the right to purchase 1 divine artifact. A divine artifact? What kind of divine artifact? It will absolutely satisfy you. I specially selected what you need most right now. Heavenly Origin Soul-Suppressing Pagoda. Good! I'll take it! Charge it! Haha system, you've never let me down. I wonder what wondrous uses this Heavenly Origin Soul-Suppressing Pagoda has. This thing will cost me 10,000 contribution points. You can't judge a pagoda by its cover. The power of this pagoda is astonishing. Let's hear it. It can collect all kinds of trash, almost infinitely. Never mind, I don't want to hear any more. This is the Heavenly Origin Soul-Suppressing Pagoda? Isn't this just a trash can? It even sounds like it's made of plastic. This is a divine artifact? So noisy. What's wrong with this design? Did you want me to refine an exquisitely beautiful pagoda? To serve as a high-class urn for those enemies? Do they deserve that kind of respect? Enemies should be thrown in the trash can. There's nothing wrong with this design. And who is this piece of kitchen waste? The artifact spirit of the Heavenly Origin Soul-Suppressing Pagoda. I'm not trash. My name is Arya. A trash can artifact spirit, so you're a janitor. And you call yourself Lousy 1 second and Arya the next? Are you a boy or a girl, little one? Are we close? Why should I tell you? Also, I'm much older than you. Call me ancestor. System, I want a refund. Goods once sold are non-refundable. Host, just give it a try. This trash can, the Heavenly Origin Soul-Suppressing Pagoda, is actually very useful. I'm the sect leader. Don't I have a reputation to uphold? What will it look like if I'm fighting an enemy and I just raise a trash can? I need to be elegant and dashing. If I'm going to use a pagoda, I want to be like the pagoda-bearing heavenly kingly. Let me give you a taste of my power. My body is completely paralyzed? Little one, you are the master of the heavenly origin soul-suppressing pagoda, so I cannot harm you. But I can let you experience a taste of the soul-suppressing pagoda's power. Within the heavenly origin soul-suppressing pagoda, there is boundless karmic fire, capable of incinerating all the evil in the world. Incineration for dry trash. The soul-suppressing pagoda is like a prison, like an abyss. It can contain countless evil souls, never to be reincarnated. Landfill for wet trash. As the spirit of a divine artifact, I can also materialize the energy of the heavenly origin soul-suppressing pagoda into a soul-suppressing candle and a soul-whipping whip. Dripping wax and whipping can ensure the evil souls within the pagoda never know a moment of peace. Something about that feels a little weird. Looks like system-made products really are top quality after all. This boundless karmic fire is different from the 13 holy flames in my body. It is indeed extraordinary, and most importantly, from this perspective, the heavenly origin soul-suppressing pagoda is actually pretty cool. Alright, I'll use that undead king as the heavenly origin soul-suppressing pagoda's first meal, inside the storage ring. You're in here too, and you still don't like pagodas, I see.